since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold-out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery. But he
is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
On second down, Kamara. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Partner. We know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football, but these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a handoff looking right, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, box truck. Ford is Mike. Let's go.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yellow. 180. Know your job.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
53, check 53. Watch a slant, watch a slant. 15. Check 13, check 13. Easy.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Round 80.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys and trying to wedge the ball out from the shadow.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, home.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hey, let's get there. Hey, check 24. Hey, home. Hey, wahoo. Here we go.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
40's the mic. 40's the mic. I got wide.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Hey, we are 5 wide. 40's the mic. 40's the mic. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick 6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick 6s in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Allen going to throw. They'll have a first down past the 40. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 15. Watch the block, motion, block. Check 52. Yellow.
Mahomes now on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now a handoff looking right. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Exit. Go.
And again, it's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
I don't need to. 180! All day, dog.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
and this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. The Bills on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, exit. Here we go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Smooth. Mike's 40. Let's make it go.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Hello. Let's go, little lady. Watch 54. Hey, 43. All day. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. 50%.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Right there. 50%.
Now Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Bills on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Mike 54. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. It's on there.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Recon, 132 fighting. Check 15. Check 15. 15. You go tight. You go tight. You go tight.
Now they try the right side here. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 15.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now. Out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's going to go down again. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. On play action, Allen. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Drop these.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Under pressure, they got him again.
They can't stop the franchise.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship.